I got you, Mr. J.
Okay. Somebody who's not Jeremiah plan accordingly. So like the ranking for music is usually like me because I have better taste than everybody because I'm a millennial,
Hey,
right? That's how it works. You could make fun of me in your other channel, but fuck you. Anyway, next up is Jeanette, only because Jeanette just plays shit and no one else really gives a shit about music. And then like that's it. That's it. There's no one else. Like
dang.
then there's like Zion and Jeremiah, and like then there's like Guy and Isaiah, and like Alex and King don't use the bot much.
No, I
It's
don't.
rare. Yeah. So they don't have like a ranking. They're not people.
I
That
understand.
said, in all that fucking time I just monologue, there's no music. Thought you had me, bro.
Wait, you said wait, but you said not me.
No, no, no. That was a joke, man. Go ahead, man. We'll see what you got. We're giving you a tryout. Jeanette, you got to judge this guy too. Don't forget. Let's see what he's got. Bro, no pressure. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. All right.
Never mind. It's from YouTube.
Everything's for Jeanette. Why the things that you play work?
I have no
If
idea.
if you just play things from YouTube. Oh, I think I know why. How do you your links look different? Why do your links look different? What are you using when you're playing this shit?
You press share.
Oh, you're using the share link. Yo,
Yeah.
Jeremiah, use the share link and then post that URL and see if it'll play it. I'm just intrigued. Because you posted the actual link. I'm wondering if that shortening tricks the bot into not knowing that's YouTube.
Sweet.
Yeah, still says no YouTube.
Nope. Fucking A, Jeanette, you're just better than we are. Figure it out. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. Figure this shit out. I'm gonna cry. By the way, my music taste sucks because I just play generic fucking fantasy shit. 'Cause I don't care if people are listening. I just need something to narrate to.
Hey,
You should listen. It actually makes the narration sound slightly better. What is this? What are we doing, guys? Stop giving me phone calls. That's not something I want to deal with. I already was on the phone. Fuck, what are we waiting for, yo? What is actually happening?
Yes,
Jeanette, yo, you're the worst.
I'm looking for stuff. Everything I
Oh,
have is like the same thing.
yeah, that's okay. No one cares. Like, it's me and you are the only person listening to music. All right?
Hey, I listen.
Okay, good for you. I appreciate that. Sometimes we put effort into things. I'm gonna play something. If it plays, baby. Let's go. Fucking plays. I don't know what's happening right now.
It says
Oh, it doesn't play.
Spotify.
No, not at all. No, it does play. What the fuck is happening? It started playing it on Spotify. What?
oh, but I can hear it.
Let's not question it. Let's just like accept it.
What do you mean you can hear it? I can always hear it. What the fuck
Huh.
is happening right now? Why is this YouTube thing going to... Okay, whatever, you're right. Now then, uh, ahem. When last we left Wolfram and Lucian, you found yourselves at the head table, still finishing your breakfast off. Seated to the north of you, Mordenkainen, Kesamir, and Camden also finishing their breakfast. You know Mordenkainen's shaking his head and looking at you. You two stayed behind. Hmm. Intriguing. Based on both your size and girth, I imagine your value on the battlefield is exceptional. May I ask what you plan on doing at the mansion while the others are dealing with that unfortunate event?
So, kind of in an either hesitant or regretful manner, Lucian just goes from his plate. You know, when I arrived in this land, I only thought of one thing. I thought of finding my master and getting the hell out of here. The reason I stuck with this group is to complete that quest and find my way home. And for a moment, as he just slams the table, for a moment, my confidence wavered. My will to see this through shifted. But I know, deep down, that we're only getting through this hell together. As Lucian stands up, I was a fool to think that somehow, some way I could do this without them and we could do things split apart like this. I'm going back. There's no way I can leave them. Through hell and high water. As he just heads out of the room into the teleporter.
You see all three of them just kind of stand, just clapping and clamoring. You hear Morton Canning, "Ah, yes! 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 My boy!" As he just runs with you. The other two just kind of staying behind. Camden just pointing at Wolfram. "What about you? What's your excuse?"
As of now, the only thing that's been weighing on me down currently is just the thought of the person who created me is sentenced to die. I feel like if my previous goal was to retrieve the soul and fix this realm, and have all the souls travel back to Shadowfield, and I'm constantly, I see the point of what Madam mentioned, that I'm constantly dying and being back and forth, but regardless of how the gruesome battles we face, I guess it's still my ally. Even though he is narcissist, but and most creatures we face are really on a caliber to fight, and usually it's those who are flying or use magical attacks against me. But in the end, I guess it's still my battle brother, and I'm kind of used to this party.
What?
Derek already died.
Okay.
But I pushed my sides of the whole goddess abandon me part and just focus on the main task on hand right now.
Camden just kind of staring at you. Well, goddess abandoning aside, I can't imagine you'll find answers sitting here. Seems like your friends are the ones on the front of, figuring out the gods and, well, maybe killing a few of them. You may need that expertise yourself. He just kind of half smiles. Anyway, off you go. I'm sure the other two are waiting for you anyway.
You want to get there? And with that, we'll leaves.
Lovely. Mordenkainen sends both Wolfram and Lucian off.
My intent is to just appear directly above the abyss and just free fall straight into it.
Okay. That sounds awful. And how would Wolfram like to descend?
Simply, boom, jump off. I would say, using his Wolfman's gonna fall off that Kratos did in the God of War 2.
So
At
you're just
first.
gonna step off.
Yep.
Alright. The gods of Olympus have abandoned me. Gotcha. All right. With that being said, no one but themselves sees themselves appear, and as Wolfram slowly takes a walk off into the abyss, he just kind of sees Lucian just fly next to him as they both begin falling at roughly the same time into the nothingness. With the intention so purely placed, you can almost feel just kind of a warmth come over you. As you open your eyes, the blackness slowly fades into a bright red. Petals just kind of burst and hit you as you fall. Um, you see yourself just kind of appearing, just a small pin of light slowly growing as you almost go past what seem like clouds and you look up, there's just black above you as you see just a field of red stretched out endlessly with a just a lake behind it of blood just pooling down through two rivers crossing by. You note your feet just kind of landing firmly down, just standing in the midst of massive, just white columns on just what feels like a white gravel or dirt surface. Just kind of looking around, you both note just current situation. You note multiple allies and friends just kind of here and there. In front of you, directly, Yamez seems to be unconscious in a pool of blood. Lucinda vomiting next to him. You know, Esmeralda trying to get him back, or at least doing something, and it gets worse as you go on. You know, farther ahead, Teak seems to also be out. The others just dealing with something. You see a glowing red just kind of echoing from the north, or at least, I guess, blazing from the north is better. And as you look on, you could see just a crumpled body of Kester, also sitting beneath what seems to be a large archway, unconscious. Yeah, that. We are back to the future. Aww. Roll for initiative, please. And that nat 1, man. I mean, that nat 20. Just like went right around it. With that, you know, Esmeralda just kind of looking back at you. Oh, hey guys, this is the boss fight music sound. What's going on here? Damn it. Who's editing this goddamn thing? What do we got? What are we listening to? Clock Tower at the Sea? Dark Ambience? I mean, the answer is definitely no. Wait, that can't be what we're playing. Oh, we're still listening to this nonsense. Okay, there's 3 minutes left. I was... Whatever. Let's see what we got. You gotta be fucking kidding. Okay, selection. Oh, play this one then. Huh. Great, okay. Whatever. You know, Esmeralda just kind of turning to you. Ah, Finley. Find somebody and get them up. Kind of a bloodbath. Don't get the blood on you. It seems to be some kind of virus or something. It coats you no matter what. If you see little girls made of blood jelly gook, they'll be whispering something to you and just vomiting or trying to harm you. Either way, what we're trying to do, I'm not sure. Kester would know, but well, she just kind of points towards him. Yes, he's indisposed. If you want more information, go find. She just kind of looks up. Bennett. She just kind of waves back to them. Go talk to Bennett and find a way to get up Kester. With that, Lucinda keeps pushing her rather damp with blood rags, just trying to stabilize Yamas. Which she fails at miserably. Oh wait, no, she does not. She passes. And Yamas is stable and getting blood off of him as we speak. So at -8 health, so stabilizing you puts you back at normal. Look at us, we're winning. Brings us to Tilgrim's turn. Tilgrim floats away. This brings us to Kester's turn. Kester rolls a death save. Death, death save, and death, death, death save, and death, death save, and death. Kester's blood boils. He seems like he's resting. This brings us to Yama's turn. Can you do me a favor and roll a d6 for me? Never actually done this before, and I should.
Sure. You there?
No.
I was muted. I hate everything.
Sorry, sir. Oh, I'm sorry. D4. D4, not a D6.
Uno.
As in 1?
Yeah.
So Yamez will awaken in 1 hour. Hooray.
Ah, that-
Earth.
Oh, wait, no, you're still unconscious just for 1 hour. And this brings us to Bennett's turn. You know that just kind of standing in a pool of blood, the blood just kind of under you, you could just see it kind of tracking on the ground, the pool just kind of spreading. You know that's starting to spread in what seems like a small pool, much like the one to your left or to your the west. You can hear it kind of fizzling underfoot. You can't feel or smell anything, but you know there's something not quite right about it. That said, what do you do?
So I guess looking back and seeing Lucian and Wolfram, Bennett just kind of looks towards them and just turns back, looking towards Kester. Really quick, with one of my hands free, I'm going to throw my index, middle, and my thumb out in the same pattern that I remember. That I'm English. Same pattern that I remembered. I'm going to use my ability to stop time.
Whoa.
Alright. Just try that really quick. As the area around me begins to warp and kind of slow down. That is exactly what I need.
Okay, so 5 turns, and Let's see. That was your action, so your turn resets. So yeah, what do? You have
Alright.
5 turns.
So, first thing 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Getting to where I am, I can see the eye that's zooming over Kester, if I remember right. Or do I have that mistaken?
I'm sorry? The eye? Yeah, there's an eye kind of just floating, just based on its body, just above you. It's probably 5 feet above up, just kind of staring down at it. You know, it's slowly kind of shaking or wagging back and forth. You also note Eolia is also doing the same thing as she kind of slowly remains kind of frozen, just looking back towards him, or rather mid nod. You note that they both have like kind of the same angle.
Okay. Really quick, I'm going to try to pick Kester up, or at least try to hoist him onto my shoulder to try and drag him away.
So that would end the spell.
Oh, that would.
Yeah, because any interactions or effects you have with other creatures would end the spell.
Shit.
So if any of your actions are used on anyone else but yourself, technically the spell ends.
Fuck. Okay. That puts a wrench in things. Yeah, that puts a serious wrench in things. Yeesh. Any reactions with creatures. Interactions with creatures. Okay. Okay. I think I have something else I could do. So, I guess kind of reaching towards Kester and kind of stopping, realizing the closer I get, everything kind of shifts back. I'll quickly take out the Staff of Frost. If I remember right, it should have been a afternoon. I should have checked with us, but it's been has it been like a new dawn since the last time I used this? Because I
This is
know
the last time you used what?
the Staff of Frost, because I remember I used it back when we got the Petal of Bones.
I mean, technically, you took a long rest, which was 8 hours. So, yeah, I mean, I would go with the Handsman.
Okay. So I should have already had that going on. Should have already been a thing. Using four charges. I'm going to cast Ice Wall and just have it run straight through this area. Straight through here. Just have the ice wall kind of start to form as I kind of pick the ice staff up and strike it into the ground. It kind of just slowly sinks in as it starts to spread, almost lining the floor.
As this happens, you know, time just kind of shatters and continues as you just hear kind of a large clenching and clunking sound of the ice shooting up as, you know, the Ola just kind of still shaking her head as the wall just kind of makes her disappear. Huh. That was foolish. Jotun notes Yola just kind of turning towards him. Hmm. Look at your skin. It's festering. Oh, with that, you have the rest of your turn.
Okay. With the rest of my turn, I'm gonna try to tend to Kester, taking out some of the old costume clothes in the bag. I'm gonna try to tear them apart and just kind of make them into a kind of a ragged tourniquet, trying to patch him up as best I can, so I at least reduce the bleeding. And I would have to make a medicine check on that.
Trying to fix my mic. What's that?
Taking some of the costume clothes in the bag, I'm gonna tear them apart, try to make some makeshift tourniquets, and I'm basically going to try to bandage Kester up to reduce or stop the bleeding.
And my argument there would be you wouldn't have an action to do that, but sure, go ahead. Why not? Oh.
I am so glad that was a 12 and not a 2.
You managed to stop his bleeding and stabilize him. He seems no worse for wear at this point, albeit he does not seem to be moving.
Alright, let's just start. What's that? I got nothing else I can really do. Yeah, so with that, I'll end my turn there. Just kind of patching him up.
That begins Iola's turn. Oops. Just looking at Jotun, you can feel your body slowly kind of slip. Just kind of a burning sensation begins to hit you. You could feel your arms kind of sizzling as the ooze kind of slowly gets torn back to nothingness almost. Oh, with that, I need you to make a Constitution save. You have been infected with a blood pox. Egads. You begin to fester and boil. The rage. You know the Ola just kind of smiling. Oh, will you be the first? I'm saving the coward for last. She just kind of looks down towards Teak and then looks back towards you. Well? What will it be? Whatever connection you have to my father. I'll explore your corpse after I'm done. Your sacrifice shall win me a key. Let's see. Are you dead yet? Did you die?
No. Kind of looking back to her. Not a chance I'm going down.
Nodding to you. You're brave. She just kind of takes her hand from her side and just opens her right palm to you. You note the white dagger sitting in it. This once belonged to you, did it not?
It did.
Well, if my father can give you a little gift, I should give it back. Would you be willing to take this?
Kind of grimacing at the bone knife. I don't want anything from you.
You just see her clench her fist again. Fair. That was a wise decision, but a poor choice. With that, she just kind of stands in front of you, shaking her head. You have time to run still, but where is the question? This brings us to Wolfram's turn. You can hear all this echoing from where you are. The situation looks fairly dire. As this is going on, you've noted that to the east, Minadora seems to be reading the runes that are etched on one of the stones. She seems to be tapping herself on the forehead and shaking her finger in the air as if she's figured something out. To the north, you just know that ice wall just kind of forming the work of Bennett. You also note to your direct west, it seems, or not direct, but northwest, Tilgrim's floating high above you, about 180 feet, on what seems to be a blue hand.
Yeah.
Um, he seems to be, or I'm sorry, she seems to be having a good time.
Okay. Avoid the blood spot. We'll turn to Mindoro. Hey, Mindoro, did you figure anything out? You seem to have something. And able to defeat whoever she is.
You know her just kind of turning back. Oh ho! Look who decided to show up after all. I have something. This rock is really hard to understand. That rock, less hard to understand.
Okay.
You
What do you got
don't
to recommend?
know. You just kind of see her like staring. You guys have anybody who can read? Mm, I think I want to say that this is infernal, but it could also be primordial. And if it's primordial, then there's a good chance that this stuff is from the Amber Temple. But I've never seen this stuff in the Amber Temple so ashy. Hmm. You know, they're just kind of playing with red petals on the ground. And also, don't touch these petal things. They'll cut you in half. In fact, if you get thrown into these things, it'd be pretty bad. They're all razor sharp and pretty hard, kind of like steel. Didn't notice that. But anyway, the statue here says something about being laid to rest, something about a story of a girl. The statue here says something about that girl's friends and how they abandoned her. Uh, she just kind of slowly turns, shrugging. I don't know. I have to read the other ones, but yeah, I think my brain's melting. So I think I'm just gonna try to kill something and take my mind off of work for a while. Anyway, primordial or infernal, I think. I think mm, worth a shot, I guess.
Thanks for information. If you can hang along a little bit longer, continue reading more of the transcript to help us figure out what's going on in the situation. As the Wolfman gives us another thumbs up. Good job.
I just kind of see her staring. No, nope, definitely gonna go kill things. You read it. I don't like reading. It's boring. I'd rather kill something, or at least I don't know. Um, she just kind of shrugs. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll throw you into these razor blade things.
I am good. And with that, is a action. Continue avoiding the blood splash on the floor. That. Now, as bonus action, you see a Wolfman quickly leap in the air, hop in a Casper Ghost, and zoom in as he appears, a bit floating around, ethereal, and starts swinging his blade. Aim for the neck. Ooh, go stab. And since question, the slamming counts as if the creature's unconscious or has to be there.
Sorry.
But if flanking would be acceptable, this creature must be like a
Yeah,
weight or
the creature would have to be
God damn
actually taunting.
it. Oh, Dave. Okay. Empty. Uh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oops, attack like recklessly. Aim for the head. Machine. Yeah. Damage. That. Yeah. 36. It's one. One. Is he walking quickly, real Lauren back and slam? Well, I think she's primarily royal. Slam his blade right into her neck, repeatedly slam his blade repeatedly to Leah's neck over and over again.
Just kind of a mass of blood just kind of splashing all over you. It just coats you immediately. You're just kind of coated. As this happens, you can almost feel your body just kind of tense up. You don't note the blood being of normal variety as you've felt blood on you before. This seems to be thicker, and it seems to be moving, almost crawling. You immediately realize that it's doing something strange as it kind of grips you. As Iola's blood just kind of spatters on you, you just see her neck almost explode as the first hit just kind of almost cars her head off completely. You just see it splatter against the ice wall, if you would. Oh, with that, as the kind of splatter occurs and just kind of falls everywhere, you note that was a weird way to say everywhere. Sorry. Falls everywhere. You note the blood just kind of receding as you can almost
Like,
hear just kind of a wind sweep over everything.
did the blood seem to like seep go underground or like just dissipate in the air?
It doesn't dissipate into the air, it just kind of disappears on the ground. It dries up.
With looking towards Jotun. Holding up.
I'm okay.
All right then. Guess we figured out the rest of the shit out. Looking towards Ben and shouting over. How's the little nut job? Will we make it?
As you know, as best I can. You two sure took your sweet time.
Hey, I'm having my own religious prices here. With that sin, so what is she? This is she the same professor from last time?
I think completely made out of blood. Not sure how much we can do with the glow on her though. Kester stabbing her with that bone knife did something.
Also, Mineral mentioned about if anyone could read Paramoto or Inferno, go over there because something about her being abandoned by her friends. Might be useful for us to have to figure out how to be able to feed her or get out. With that, we'll from stage translucence and so this area is red, correct? Just
Oh no, there's nothing there.
oh okay. So do I hear anything? I can wind whistling or just dead space as it's right
There
now.
is something whistling on the wind. You note the leaves picking up as Minadora said, they kind of go past. You can almost see one just slice past a rock, just carving a piece of it off. Oh, with that,
Mm.
as everyone is just kind of reeling back, is that in your turn?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Noting that the wind has picked up, but it seems nothing has become of the grotesque affair that you've witnessed from afar, Lucian. Seeing Wolfram just kind of cut down the woman so quickly as she just splattered, coating him, just fairly shocking. But you note everything just kind of seems calm now. But what do you do?
So kind of landing and breaking the fall with like the boots like kicking up a little gust of wind and just kind of fluttering back and flying straight to over here. Esmeralda, what's the situation? Was she our only opponent?
Esmeralda's just kind of tending to Yamaz and turning back. She was, but uh, that you just know Esmeralda shaking her head. That seems be on your guard, Lucian. I highly doubt your friend got rid of her.
And with that, what does Yamez's situation look like?
He just seems to be unconscious.
And what does Lucinda look like?
She seems to be just kind of slapping her arm. You don't know anything wrong with them, but there's red scratch marks from her digging into them. You could see her just kind of scraping at the skin on her arms, tearing back her leather armor as she just kind of looks up. Hmm. I don't want to. I don't. She just seems to be unnerved, just kind of muttering something about not wanting to be here.
Like, does she like seem to be essentially panicking?
Somewhat, yeah. You're not sure what was happening, but earlier you know that her kind of moaning in pain, boils kind of bursting on her, and now she's just kind of unnerved, staring.
Kind of moving up. Lucinda, stay with me. Do you want a potion? As I hold out a supreme potion.
You just know her kind of nodding slowly. Yeah, yeah, sure. Well, what happened to that bitch?
Wolfram, he came in and cut her down.
Oh, good, great. We can leave now, right?
And kind of looking around. Well, I don't see anything of further opposition.
She just kind of puts her hand
Just,
up. Sure,
just
okay.
stay on your guard for the time being. As I again just hand her the potion. I don't think I can trade with NPCs.
Yeah, I got it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, she's getting that superior.
I'll just save that for the turn.
All right, and kind of heeding Esmeralda's warning, I'll move to about here, fluttering about 10 feet in the air, and I will make a ball of lightning with the ring of shooting stars, using the charge, and just kind of place it hovering around here. And using my action on that one.
Where is it hovering?
It's just hovering around here as I just look around.
How far off the ground is it hovering?
It's 5 feet off the ground.
Okay. All right. With that,
And that'll end my turn. As again, I just keep an eye out on the ground and surroundings.
this brings us to Lucinda's turn. Let me roll the health. She quickly chokes down the potion. You see her just kind of quickly getting up. Her armor still destroyed, but she just kind of tears the shoulders off and just kind of throws them to the side. Ah, okay. So I'm not crazy. So that blood pox thing really hurts. Not great. Um, Not sure if it's real or not. Feel better. Definitely have scarring, but looks like I did it. Not sure what's going on. Thanks for the potion. I say we get the hell out of here. She just kind of nods slowly. Yeah, speaking of which, you just see her looking around. Hey, how the hell do we get out of here? With that, this brings us to Minodora's turn. Minodora gets tired of breathing. Running to the next thing, she sits down. Ah, she seems off her game. This brings us to Teak, who is still bleeding out profusely. Psych. You know, Teak's body just kind of. Well, actually, no one notes it. Yeah, no one notes it at all. Yeah, no one notes it. No one
Wait.
notices this happening.
Can I see Teak? What?
No one notices this is happening. No.
Wasn't the ice wall transparent?
All right.
Yeah, but no one actually notices this is happening. I'm looking at perceptions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like she's just like her body just like the wind magically carried her dead corpse to the corner over here.
Would I be able to roll since I was like specifically looking out towards the ground?
If you'd like to, I suppose.
Wait, I'm standing right next to her, but okay.
Yeah, you know that her body just rolling. You just didn't seem to care.
Yo, that's crazy.
Jotun's a bad person. Okay.
Pretty on brand.
You did not know this a thing.
Can I'd like to roll a soup die to bolster that by indeed say.
Yeah, I would not suggest that.
Oh, well, I will not do such a thing.
I would not suggest that. It is not that serious. I mean, you can if you want. I just
Nope,
wouldn't.
I'm good. Nope.
That throwing a
It's
whole
just,
soup guy.
yeah, I would use things of that nature for like things
Yeah,
that
but,
matter more. Yeah, her body's just there now. You just looked up and it's like, oh man, that's weird. She's still dead, I guess. This brings us to Jotun. Your blood is still kind of just attached to you. As you look over to Wolfram, he is also coated in just a thick, just coating of like almost pudding consistent, just blood, almost a jelly just all over you. Um, you don't notice it coming off. It doesn't seem like you can remove it. Just kind of trying to scrape it. It's on there. You know, Wolfram also trying to get it off. It just seems to be coating you. And somewhat translucent, or not translucent. I'm sorry. It's somewhat clear, if not opaque. That said, yeah, what do you do? You don't notice too much happening around you. Just a rather cold wall next to you.
Um, is it like, s- um, I guess embedded or something, kind of in my like abyssal ooze, or
It's just kind of coating and getting all the nooks and crannies. It's almost like being covered in oil. Like you just can't really get it off. It feels like.
and like right as doesn't seem to be causing any harm or anything right now.
No, it has a strange pungent smell, as blood does, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything.
I want to attempt to like shed my like ooze in a sense, kind of like mixing it with the like layer of blood and like trying to shed that off.
You just note as you're doing this, it becoming the ooze rather begins to mix with the blood, creating a kind of a brown, reddish brown, just kind of almost uh almost like a batter consistency now, just thick. You as you just try to get it all off, it just kind of coats and thickens on you. It just looks like somebody's covering you in just red velvet cake batter at this point, or rather, you're doing it to yourself. With this, you find yourself for some reason the mixture becomes heavy. Or with that, you don't know anything actually happening, other than yeah.
Kind of looking down at it, just kind of going to myself. I feel like I've made this worse now. Uh, I'll kind of look to Wolfram. Did you say some plans or something a second ago?
Yeah, if you can read Inferno, hopefully can. Uh, go over there to the two pillars, try to decipher meaning or story. Us, maybe it might be a road for us to get out of here. Inferno or Primordial, whichever so you know. As Wolfram
I
points.
unfortunately don't think I can read Infernal.
Now then, anyone else? Look around.
I can. Just give me a sec to get Kester back up.
Noting that, I'll end my turn kind of trying to figure out what to do about this red velvet cake batter.
Gross. With that, Esmeralda just kind of, or actually, no, I don't think anybody would note that because of where everybody is positioned. Cool. You hear Esmeralda scream. Ah! As you quickly turn, you note just kind of a thick, gelatinous concoction of red just splashing up from the ground, twisting and hook-like claws just latching towards Esmeralda. Jesus Christ. Oh dear. Anyway, dexterity save. Hooray. Oh, you gotta be fucking me. And with that, Esmeralda is absorbed and eaten into the gelatinous red ooze. It kind of just sits there with her inside. Not a cube, but more of an obelisk. A pointy edge top, flimsy, almost like some sort of gelatin. It flops around. You can hear just murmuring coming from it. but no one's close enough to really hear the words. It just seems to be twisting. Uh, the tip of the obelisk just kind of twisting and molding into the face of a young girl, just kind of staring at the lot of you, smiling at first and then mumbling. This brings us to no one's turn. Do. This brings us to Kester's turn. You feel a strange sensation beneath you, a pool and a puddle caress around you. Uh, Kester's not awake, but he just feels the snapping jaws beneath him. He is consumed. The creature bobs. The creature bobs. The creature bobs. This brings us to Yamez's turn. As comfortable as he is, Yamez is quickly eaten alive by gelatinous goo. He sits inside this floating blood carcass. As it bobs around, a young girl smiling and smirking. Lucinda, seeing this, is driven almost insane, as just she's kind of almost ripped back to reality of what's happening. She just kind of stumbles back a bit, just just pulling her blade out and just snarling a bit. This brings us to Bennett's turn. You feel the ground shift. A puddle quickly sparked beneath your feet. You stumble out of the way as quickly as possible. Make a dex save for me.
So it's just seeing Kester just get swallowed up, Bennett just kind of shot back and kind of looking down towards his own feet. His wild foot trying to carry him.
And your foot does not do much carrying as you kind of get just swallowed into the abyss.
Shit.
Brings us to Wolfram's turn. A shift in the footing. You note malleable soil beneath you. Looking down, you just know the spring of red and just almost teeth shooting up. Roll a dex save for me.
Actually, you know the cat.
Oh, I'm sorry. You have disadvantage on it because that blood has become thicker and is weighing you down.
Come on, give it. Come on. God damn, it's fun. Oh, shit, yeah. Nice there. I've been lucky to real that shit.
Um,
This bottle safe up on TP too.
I'm sorry. You're rolling what?
I'm rolling the dice.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ, man. What, man? Okay, but
Unfortunately, that is still below the threshold.
Jesus Christ. He will quick cover his arms, being engulfed by blood.
With that, you are totally just swallowed up into the blood. This brings us down the line to Lucian. You too feel sinking beneath you, just trying to get away from it. Make a dex save.
Does anything change because I'm 15 feet in the air?
Sorry, you're absolutely correct. Nothing actually happens to you at all. You're just floating in the air, noting people getting swallowed into gelatinous, almost obelisk-shaped creatures with young girls' faces just humming, speaking. Like they all seem to be doing something. You could just hear a murmuring growing louder.
Okay, so looking at these creatures, they still seem to be like. I still at least see the silhouettes of the people that got swallowed, right?
You do. They seem to be floating in this just thick gelatinous red goo. You definitely can't make them out pristinely, but you can see their shape. Um, you're not sure what's going on with them, but you do note the creatures do seem to be very, again, gelatinous, but very thick. They seem very sturdy.
Uh okay, so kind of just whiffing through with the boots to here. I'll pretty much drop to about just hovering about 3 feet off the ground, just not touching it. And kind of calling out, Minadora, are you up for some action?
You know, there's her just kind of throwing her head around towards you. Yeah, sure. Just looking up to see you. What are you gonna do from up there?
Well, I'm like 3 feet up, but yeah, I'm like, all right.
Oh.
As I point the. Yep, we're just gonna go for things now. The new age Lucian. As I point the skelly hook shot, I'm gonna aim. I'm gonna aim past Lucinda towards essentially like this rock. So calling out to Minadora. All right, I'll shoot this line. I'll shoot a line there, and you just pull and you just run this way, pulling as hard as you can.
She just kind of looks back at the rock and then at the point. I'm just gonna need to mark that. You said here.
Yep, I shot it about there, and it'll let. Yeah, I shot it to there. Yeah.
And you want Lucinda to go here?
No, yeah, Lucinda.
No, I'm sorry, not Lucinda. You want Minadora to grab the hook
Yep, I want her to grab
and then run over here.
Yep, and when she does, in not no, so she'll grab the chain rope material, and the intention is she'll pull it free, and then run this way, and then I in unison will just pull as hard as I can this way. So essentially, we're trying to pull them out of the group.
Oh, using the line.
Using the line.
Okay, so you're gonna prepare her. Okay, okay, I get it. She can't do that until her turn, but
oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And I guess I can't prepare a bonus action, can I?
No, you can only prepare the action.
Oof, and a half. Well, yeah, that'll be what I prepare for coming up as I call out to Lucinda to get off the ground or scatter.
All right. With that, you know Lucinda kind of just scurrying away quickly, as the ground beneath her puddles. Frantic or not, her expertise is you're motherfucking kidding. And she is sucked into the red. rather obtusely and not very fundamentally roguelike because that roll was bullshit. Yeah, okay, cool. You note her body just kind of disappearing into nothingness. As Minadora begins to charge, you note another puddle just kind of going up around her as she just kind of jumps towards the bookshot. Uh, don't do me like this. Oh my god. And she is sucked into the red.
Hey,
Bro, what are these rolls?
Yo.
Can I at least follow my half of the plan and try to pull?
You can indeed just try to finish the plan off at this point. Are you gonna?
Oh, I thought you were like doing something. Yeah, as I guess I just used that anchor point and just pull as hard as I can, moving down to here, trying to just yank them out of the goop.
Cool. And with that, and just testing the line, I'm going to need a athletics check.
Incoming, and I shall do my best.
Don't need anything else. Where, oh, it was here. And then you went here.
And would a soup die change things?
No. You do, however, successfully pull. As the rope kind of just clinches, you drag out. Based on your positioning, Esmeralda and Yama's. Noting that it's kind of the force it took. You note the blood coating the line doesn't seem to come off as well. That they both come out or came out completely coated in blood. Again, just as you see before from Jotun and then Wolfram, it's just thick, gelatinous, just brownish goo on them. You're not entirely sure of how to get it off or what to make of it, but they are free now. You can just hear at least Esmeralda just, what? Just spitting up. Yama is also free, then coated in blood, but still very much incapacitated. With that being said, they are both on the ground until their next turn. And that would bring us to Minodora's turn. She doesn't have one because she's eaten. And that would bring us to Teek's turn. And Teek doesn't really have one because she's still pretending to be unconscious, and this thing's gonna eat her without her ability to actually dodge it because she can't dodge it while prone. Yum. You hear just Teek just before being swallowed. And that brings us to you. Yeah, that's the sound that yeah, sure. With this just kind of softness collecting near your feet, the weight of this coating just drags you under. Go ahead and make a dex save with disadvantage as you struggle to survive. Get out of that milky sand. Jesus. That was a good by the way. That was like quality D&D. That said, at least you got it out of the way, right?
I guess so.
And I mean, it didn't even cost you any health as you get slurped on up. This is remarkable, by the way. Um, and that will bring us to Esmeralda, who gets up and immediately panics. Uh, Going back 5 feet towards Lucy and then just kind of turning, looking up, shrugging, blood coating her. Uh, you just got here and all that, but what's the plan? Any idea? I could give you some info about these things. They're seem to be made of some sort of living blood. I I can only assume that once they're all dead, that solid bloody vampire creature bitch girl thing will come back. Which is why I said watch your back. I don't think Wolfram killed her. I think she's just playing with us. That said, if she comes back and this blood is on us, we're going to get sick. You note Esmeralda just kind of taking on a stance and what seems to be preparing herself to defend. This brings us to
I was muted. So the plan for now, get them all out and, well, has anyone tried holy water on these things? A typical question.
Esmeralda just kind of shaking her head. I don't think anybody used any holy water. That's a good idea. I don't think anybody thought of anything, really. We all, more or less, were here with no plan. The best we can do is try to protect Castor, and maybe he'll uh, fill us in or something. At this point, that brings us to so technically Bennett gets a strength save at disadvantage because of the texture of the gelatinility. Whatever. Yeah, it's nasty up in here.
Oh boy. Strength save?
Mm-hmm. With disadvantage. Oh hey. It's not great, but it could have been worse. You just kind of shake a bit, but you don't feel your cage letting you free. This brings us to. Actually, I completely forgot about something. And it's kind of important that I do it, wouldn't you know? Uh, let's uh, let's add these young ladies to the foray. Oh wow, yeah, that works. This brings us to when she couldn't tell the truth, she made up a lie in her name. Uh, who seems to be holding Minadora and is now slowly slithering towards Yamas. You note her looking towards the body of Yamez. You can just hear the muttering, sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. That's all she ever wants. Sacrifice. You just note jaws forming on the creature as fangs just slash down into Yamez's corpse. Oh, I'm sorry. Unconscious body. You can do nothing to defend as the teeth grind into his flesh. That his body is torn asunder a bit, just kind of kicked to the side. You could see the creature bleeding more on him and just kind of slowly moving and stopping, just waving around the body. again, you can hear another voice, as if she was trying to sing it to you, but she was just speaking. As she slowly just approaches, slithering towards Esmeralda and just kind of bobbing her neck. You could just see the tip of the obelisk and the head swelling as it forms almost just this strange mace just swinging and slamming down towards Lucian. You just see blood just blathering all over you as the creature just bashes into you.
And as I just kind of my ears tense up as I feel the blow coming, I'll use a soup die and attempt to dodge the strike.
It was 3 strikes, technically.
Oh, and did all of them hit?
None of them hit. No.
Oh,
Yeah, they actually all missed. And with that, you become coated in a bit of blood, but nothing strange. The girl just kind of staring at you. You should have resist. You shouldn't resist. You should give me your soul now. With that, this brings us to Wolfram's turn. You two try to break free of this goo, but weighed down, your strength falters. That's a strength save with disadvantage, please. And you are swallowed deeper. And this brings us to Lucian's turn. Noting the creature attacking you and just whispering things to you, you know this Morella just being on edge with sword and axe prepared. She seems to be looking towards Yamez and just trying to figure out how to quickly assist that situation. What do you do?
so kind of still holding on to the hook shot and just using my other hand to just almost in a conducting manner. I'll drag the ball of electricity and just have it just kind of I can't control it. I was gonna have it kind of whiff around into 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and stopping there.
Sorry, you're doing what?
So I'm using my bonus action to swing the ball of electricity and drag it into just God. I can't control it. So directions. So it'll. Sweet God. Yeah, God, I was trying to look for the line. Jeez. Ah,
You don't have a drawing tool?
I don't.
Oh, weird. Uh, uh,
God,
uh,
like okay, there we go. That's something. It'll go like to here, into here, into here, and then it'll stop about right. It'll stop right there. So it'll swing past all of them, and they'll have to make deck saves against it.
I wasn't paying attention at all. I was reloading. You should all have the ability to draw on the map now, or draw anywhere. Please don't be silly with that. That said, what'd you say?
Okay. So I'm having it swing. Can you see my my measuring thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm having it go down, swing here, to here, to here, and stop there. So all of them will have to make deck saves against it.
So you're having to go here and then come up and stop here.
Yep.
And we're gonna make
Yeah.
that.
How do you do that?
You just use the draw tool, but you might have to refresh. That said, um, oh, that makes sense. Okay, cool. So so this thing's gone, and these things get shocked, and they all have to make a DC 15, there it is. And they roll obligatory. Well, unfortunately, they all succeeded.
And I guess they'll take half a 19.
Man, one of them actually got a nat 20.
Oh my god, yo, what is this?
And with the electronic buzzity buzz, you note the young ladies are sizzly sizz and just gelatinously rebuilding themselves.
And I guess as the ball of lightning disappeared, still using the line connected to the rock, I'll once again use my action to just attempt to drag any drag any people out of it. So yeah, I just dragged them, and whoever's in that line, I'm attempting to just pull them through the goop.
Sure. Bro. Sorry, I'm trying to find music. Oh, that didn't even. I don't know what the fuck that was. Okay, give me a sec. I'm breaking barriers over here. So, how was everybody's Christmas?
I know, good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Lovely. Wonderful. Please play that. Haha, that's. I'm not sure how that works anymore. It just plays what it wants now. Anyway. Sorry, you said you were gonna do who to what?
I'm gonna drag the. So essentially, I'm still using the line I shot, and I'm gonna drag it to up here. Wait, I did it. I showed it better with the tool. So it was still there. Wait, no, it was right there. Man, God, yeah, the corner of that rock. I dragged it up and through to here, and then I'm trying to pull out anyone in that direction that way. And I yank them out of the goop.
Let's see. So that would be an athletics check. And that's going to be with disadvantage. As you note, the goo is currently manifesting on the cord. You seem to feel strange resistance.
Oh no, that ain't good.
That's
Um,
not
oh,
as your
okay, here
your
it's
line. Yeah, I was going to say your line is going to be. Let's see, technically stuck
yeah, I'm gonna.
on that, and then be over here, and then that force and tension is going to make these two here like incredibly mad that you exist.
And whatever, can I roll a soup die as I just continue pulling with all my might?
If that is something you wish to do, yeah, man.
Indeedy I do. D10 coming at you. Please be good.
Digging in with all your might. What is that? That is 21. You successfully
as I just give one last as I just yank hard enough to just pull my best.
You pull Lucinda free. Covered in goo, but you know, she at the very least does not seem like she's in danger of death. She just comes out, just hell fury and anger. As she just kind of rolls around, you know her just kind of yelling obscenities, just fuck, ah, ah, it tastes like meat. She just kind of leans off the ground over as the creature just kind of sits in front of her, and your line is here currently, almost fully coated. You note the line seems to be getting stiff, by the way, as it becomes hardened and coated in the blood. It doesn't seem to be able to do much, as it seems to be crawling up the line slowly. With that,
So I guess may not be the best time, but I'll pop an action surge. And quickly just grabbing a water skin of holy water. I'll just attempt to douse it on the blood coming up the line. Does anything happen?
you know that doesn't seem to be stopping it. It just seems to be sizzling with it. Some of it just kind of bubbling off. You do notice that as you do this, you can hear kind of a constant sound coming from all the blood creatures. They all seem to be moving in unison. As this happens, you just kind of hear this wailing sound. Other than the immense screams starting to fill your ears, nothing seems to be changing with the blood. It still seems to slowly but surely be making its way towards you.
And about how close is it?
From the line up, you'd say about well, let's see, how many feet of line do we have? We have 50. So it is 35 feet. So it's 15 feet away from you currently.
And how quickly does it seem to be traveling?
You would note that per round it seems to be 5 feet from where it is.
And using the last of my movement, do they at least from the wailing? Do they seem to be looking at the creatures? Do they seem to be looking at me specifically?
They do. They also seem to be in pain based on the faces.
And with that knowledge in mind, I'll use the last of my movement to move a. God. So that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And then I'll use my action and calling out to Esmeralda. These things, whatever they are, they definitely don't like holy water. As I kind of prep to pass her, I kind of prepare to pass her one. Do you have some?
You know, her just kind of looking around the creature. Probably the best time. I don't. Wait, no, I do. I stocked up before we came here. Yeah, she seems to be a vampire, so that should work. But it should only slow her down. She's no spawn, she's an actual vampire, and one of the older ones. I highly doubt it's going to kill her, but it'll probably piss her off. Actually, now that I think about it, probably not something we want to do. But hell, we're here. We might as well try things.
And I guess turning to Lucinda. Lucinda, do you have any?
You just kind of see Lucinda shaking her head. Yeah. Van Richten wouldn't let anybody, you know, use the portal without some garbage vampire hunter kit. You know, Esmeralda's just kind of yelling back, "It's not garbage. It keeps people alive." Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm sure. That said, where the hell is Kester, and how come we don't know what the fuck this chick is doing? You just note her looking around, because she just seems confused. Oh, never mind. I'm wasting my breath. I'm just gonna disappear. You guys figure it out, I'm sure.
And would I remember if Yamez has drunken the holy water before?
No clue, because I don't remember. Has Yamas? I should have wrote that down. I believe he has, though. But maybe I'm wrong. Jeremiah, do you know? Do you recall ever having Yamas drink it?
Because I know Wolfram wasn't able to.
For Wolfram and Jotun, it has no
Yeah,
effect on.
those two. Jeremiah.
Oh, great, he's dead again. That's cool.
Jeremiah. Jeremiah.
The old folk claimed him.
Well, I guess seeing him just lying there and doused in the blood, I'll take like a big like flask of holy water I have, and kind of taking off the top and snapping the thinner part so that it's like it looks like the glass looks like it's about to break. We just splash this water. I'll throw it towards Yamez with the intent of it just splattering all over him, and see if it would clear out the blood.
So you're gonna throw a glass bottle at Yamas and hoping
A
shattering it.
thin glass bottle that is already broken and weakened.
I mean, you're still throwing glass at him, right? Great. You just okay, cool. I mean, as you're throwing a flask of holy water at him. Great. With that, sure. Let's roll attack and let's see how bad it is.
Jeremiah, know that this was made with the best intentions imaginable. That this was not into my intentions. If something unfortunate were to occur, as I just do my best to control my strength just enough for the bottle to reach it. Or because just whatchamacallit. See, it isn't like destroy him or something.
Hey man, you just kind of throw it and you miss him. It just kind of shatters next to him.
As I have this premonition of my aim faltering, I'll spend a soup die to be sure it just lands right on. Just on his like chest, stomach area, not his head.
With that, you know that just kind of shattering on his chest as droplets of water hit him, the glass stabs directly into his flesh. Roll attack for me, would you? I mean, I'm sorry, damage.
Like what, a D4 or something?
Nah, click damage and hit the button so it can roll it.
What, does it take 2d6 radiant damage? What?
Does the flask
Yeah,
have...
man.
Wait,
What?
The flask has
I don't
damage?
know why. They don't have damage now. I don't know why this one
not.
actually has.
I was confused.
But the attack roll's fine by me. That says it shatters. You note the blood just kind of slowly dissolving from him. You note this blood doesn't seem as thick or strange as the one that you're dealing with, which seems to be more fresh coming off of the actual creatures. As his seems more dry, his body just kind of twists. He seems to be alive, although it's hard to tell. He's stable, but the creatures have done things to him. You're not sure how well his body's taking to it. That said,
Yeah, and with that, just calling out to Esmeralda and Lucinda, douse yourselves, get that blood off of you, and that's turn. As wait before I end my turn, I flutter up another I flutter upwards, like what am I at? 3 feet? 7.
so 7 feet?
Yeah, just to
Or you
get 10
fl-
in the air.
So 10 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
That was great. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break and grab a snack, and then we'll finish the round. So, yeesh. Stop getting eaten by things, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, yo,
Hopefully
bro,
they're
what
not
is it?
smart.
This is crazy.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. That could have gone way fucking better.
Can we not TPK, please, guys?
I'm sorry. See, you seem to believe this is up to us. That dice decides our fucking fate. Let's get that straight.
Man, yo, thank God I was flying, and I can't believe my first field test with Kaspar's new masterpiece is about to just destroy it.
I mean, you get it fixed. Just tell him some vampires got to it. You was using it. It was efficient, but you ran into one problem. We didn't account for living blood deteriorating the rope. So makes a new one, laces it with some holy water, right? Dabs it up on the center, or creates like a little wrap around it, and you're good. There you go. Upgrades, improvements. Come on.
See, my thing is yeah, you guys want to reframe? You got this shit in there. Why you got
I mean, hey, man, I've pulled a good number of people out. I'll see what else I can, but I can't retract it. Is the thing. So.
See, the second person I know who can read from, but if I have the spell for it, it's still good, but take them down here, so it's not TPK, but it's still not this, so
Yeah,
It's not
sweet.
TPK.
It's gonna be a TPK. It's gonna be a TPK. It's gonna be a fucking TPK, alright? As lovely as that would be.
Hey, yo,
if-
Jeremiah, are you there? Someone ting this man, please.
how many sessions has it been?
He hasn't responded to voice. He's probably gotten pulled away. Pinging him probably won't do anything.
But yeah, what's the number session we have what's the number session right now? 700?
Situation.
I just wish
Yeah,
sometimes
so-
he dropped a quick like BRB, so we know he's
what's
away
it?
instead of just disappearing.
What, 89, 90, 200?
I have no idea what you're talking about. What are you talking about, guy?
Guy, you were really
You know
far
what,
from
so
your
we have-
mic.
Must start.
Man, I really
the
wish I
rest?
didn't
Yeah,
need to die on that.
Session we got.
Wait,
number session
what?
we got?
Wait, which session we're on?
Yes, what number?
171.
Where am I at 200? God damn. Y'all can be 200 things right now.
No, we're
Oh
getting
man,
close.
sometimes it's all B. I think.
My 200 SO special.
Hey, yo,
Big
do any of
day.
y'all got like some crazy radiant damage?
I don't
I
have
do.
any
I
radiant
would.
damage.
I'm currently
I bitched on
trapped
the
though.
fire.
Why don't you try doing that?
So let me
Like,
reiterate. I am trapped,
No,
though.
listen. When he gives you the option to make the strength save, what do you say? I reach for the crusade. I don't know.
I'm not even sure if
Instead of making the save, you reach for the blade or something.
I'm restrained. I'm imagining like literally
Yeah,
my arms
yeah,
are pinned down
yeah.
to my sides. I can't move.
No, you can ask. I don't know.
I mean, that's part of restrained, but I guess I'll ask if he'll violate it.
Hey, yo.
Like part of restrained is literally you cannot like make an action or like move your arms
Yeah.
to actually grab shit. If I remember right.
Correct, you're right. Yes, you can move.
Yeah, don't you have like a
Like-
mental connection with that thing?
No, I mean not to fucking call it like Mjolnir. If I could, that'd be great. It still acts like a normal sword. It's just like it just radiates light and hits it just as hard with it. It doesn't like
It's not- it's-
obey me and start flying
Yeah.
around. If it did,
It's-
believe me, I wouldn't be in this scenario. I'd be 5 feet off the ground with the sword just carrying me in the air.
Man, it's
So, anyone got anything here to like throw at these? I bet Zion
Yeah.
would, but Zion ain't.
I got my holy water, but it's not popping, so I can't do shit about it.
Well, now we know the holy water gets rid of the blood, so we
Dang
probably
it,
shouldn't be
man,
using it
and I
on
literally
angering her.
cannot. It's crazy. I can't ask Jeremiah because if he hasn't been healed by the holy water before, then that throwing it at him would have just got him up at full health.
Could have, yeah.
And we just can't know.
Well, it has to be ingested, I believe.
No,
Yeah,
it's just
also-
using it.
Also, I believe Miss Jazz actually used the actual use for down players, because that 4 hour recovery time, oof. Yeah.
Yeah, part of me is like, I want to try to get that man up, but the other half is like, yeah, he's surrounded by enemies. This is just a bad situation all around.
Yeah, I'm just gonna chill in the blood for a little while.
I'll give up right now. Like, yo.
Like,
He
I think I'm
literally
just gonna
can't
sink in
do
the blood.
anything. He was down. I stabilized him, but then he got swallowed up. So he literally has
hey,
no way to fight
guess,
out.
Wait a minute, where's Minadora?
In the
Minadora got
blood.
swallowed.
But in the blood.
Yeah, and I
that's-
dragged the line through
So
both of them.
Minadora as at the one that's closest to Yama's.
Yeah, and I dragged my line through it.
Yeah, you didn't drag through either of the two bottom ones.
I did.
Yeah, you're gonna have to take that up with Mr. J. That's what he said at
Yeah,
least.
yeah, because I was standing right here, and the line was right here.
Well, yeah, take that up with the big man. I don't know. I mean, I know. It's just that I just kind of assumed that that's how the measurement went.
Well, at this point, I'll just hold it.
Well, sometimes it's how it be. Life just works in mysterious ways, especially when it doesn't work.
Hey, hold up. How does Minadora fail a strength save?
Because it was like a 19 or above, I think.
Yeah, you have to get like about 20. Trust me.
It's disadvantage, and if
boy.
I remember right, I don't think it's gotten to her point to make it yet. Because I know
No,
she
no,
failed
no.
the dex save.
Yeah,
She
she
hasn't
did.
made
wait
it
a
a
minute.
strength save
Yeah.
yet.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm dumb. Because I can just if I retract the thing, I'll just get covered in the blood, right? And then I just use holy water on myself to unblood myself. Because it's not like I got eaten or something.
I mean, that's assuming the one on the fucking rope isn't going to do the same thing. I
Ooh,
don't
I
think
mean-
it will, but there's a chance.
I mean, it's not nearly as much as like a whole creature.
I wouldn't
Let's
test
take
that.
the risk.
I would not
No.
test
Go
that.
ahead. I mean, it's not my character. Go ahead.
I would not
I mean,
test
it
that.
should
I'm
put
just
pause
saying.
from it. I mean, it should put pause from everything, my boy. I don't trust that wire, man. I'm just saying, bro.
Who really knows at this point?
I do.
Well, yeah, technically you would.
No, no.
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, but
I-
yeah, this is a new age. The time for risk taking and just trying things.
Yo, if we do get out, Bennett, please freeze the fuck out. She's like 8% water, man. Just
If I get out of this, I'll definitely do that. But right now, I cannot hear you, so that did not happen.
I mean, hey man, if I figured out how to like manually pick my bullet numbers, I would just freeze it. But unfortunately,
Okay. Let's get the second half done. How long does this wall last? Oh wait, will the wall last if you're gone, or at least you can't concentrate? Does a wall cost concentration? It normally does. I mean,
Let me check.
with your staff.
he hasn't take damage yet. As long as he'll take the damage, or if environmental, like rock and bow, those. Oh, it's up to the DM. It's up to the DM. Depends on.
All of
It's
it.
always based on the damage or a
let me
swish.
hey yo Bennett, can you post ice wall?
Yeah, real quick. Let me
Yeah,
just see it.
Give me a sec.
He's incapacitated, so he technically can't concentrate.
Oh, am I?
No.
I thought this was just strained. I didn't know it was incapacitated.
I mean, it's a strength check to try to push yourself out, but while you're in it, you can't really do much. Let's see. Oh, it's just physical at this point.
Huh.
Yeah, it could just be destroyed. So it's just here. Okay.
Oh, also, does any creature do the blobs take the ice wall damage because they're like near it?
I think it's if they're in it.
Yeah, it has to be in it.
Yeah.
No, you're just a body that used.
Yeah, you have to move through it. That's sad. Let's see. Spooky creature. Where are we? That would be 5. Hooray. The goo is on the move. This brings us to Lucinda, who is still coughing up the blood and just not having a good time. Just skittering to her feet. And pausing. Blades out, she just kind of rushes towards a creature, wailing. Bro, that's not how this skill works. Bro, what? Anyway, let's try that again. She rolls with that. She rolls with that. And she hits with that. And that may be... Oh wait, that doesn't count? Oh, that's bullshit. Oh no. Sorry, I forgot creatures are creatures. With that, Lucinda's blades just kind of hit as she just backs up. Huh. Yeah. Can't poison blood. Right. Great. You could just see her slowly turning towards you, Lucine. Hey, I'm useless. Just so we're aware. She seems slightly miffed as she continues to figure out her fate. You know, her just kind of blinking off. You just kind of look back and she doesn't seem to be anywhere to be found. Minadora is fighting back against the patriarchy. Wow, that's unfortunate. Wow, okay. Well, too bad. That's a good roll, too. Oh well. Minadora stays stuck in her quiet place. But this girl, who no one really liked, is escaping. And this girl, who knows way too much, is coming towards Lucian. Another girl who seems to be just kind of stuck in your line at this point, just squeezes the blood quickly down as she just moves directly into you.
How was she stuck? I'm 15 feet in the air. How is she stuck on the line?
She was. Well, I guess that's just coding. Now she's just standing beneath you. I thought you were a 10 feet.
No, but I'm 15.
Oh, you said 7 to 10.
Oh. That was out of my intention, but that is a player error. So, how do you want to handle that?
I don't know. You said you were at 3 feet. You wanted 7 to make 10. Now you're saying you want a 15?
Yeah, I intended on 15, but that's a flub on my part.
Yeah, I'll go with 15. I don't have an issue with it. In that case, she just kind of stands beneath you. You can see her looking up, kind of lost in thought, or at least that's what it looks like from your point of view. But with that, he does nothing more. That brings us to a girl with something to prove, who's sporadic, or not sporadically, just kind of spastically attacks Esmeralda with 2 good shots and 1 pretty bad one. As the good ones get through, Esmeralda is coated with blood. I wish this thing wouldn't be there. She can't get any more coated with blood. And this brings us to Jotun trying to strike out and free himself. I need a strength check with disadvantage. I see. Not enough conviction. With that, Esmeralda just kind of quickly snaps back. Just burrowing sword and axe. And the creature manages to kind of just move around her as they become kind of embattled, as she just starts cutting through it. This brings us to Kester's Dead Corpse Club. But Kester isn't home. Another creature ends up standing beneath Lucian. This brings us to Yamez just kind of gently sleeping. He's knocked out, folks. Which brings us to Bennett trying to again free himself.
If not, actually, being restrained, that keeps me from moving, and that keeps me from using my action, right?
Yeah, you can only wriggle free of the actual containment.
Okay. With disadvantage, same as before?
Yep. And the goo continues to stick. Yamez is getting attacked. Ragger. Hey, damn it. Hmm. From below you, Lucy, and you can see Esmeralda just kind of fighting back, blood being drawn as she kind of falls back. You can see one of the creatures scraping one of the leaves just right past her face. You know, the creatures seem to be able to keep the leaves kind of near them, floating around them. But they don't seem to be using them to attack you as much as it's physical assault. With that, brings us to Wolfram pulling himself through, or attempting it. Guy, are you alive?
Not I'm here. We good? If not,
Yep. Okay, now.
Okay, I lost that shit. That's bitch. Lord help me. Some good.
That's not good. That's the bad thing. The opposite of good. Your body is beginning to dissolve.
Wait, I'm just the product.
With that, this brings us to Lucian's turn. Struggle as they might. I'm sorry. You know, your friends don't seem to be getting free. You could see the creatures bubbling as if something's going on within them.
And seeing the situation and seeing how they're at least they seem to still be conscious and fighting back. I'll once again use a charge out of the ring of shooting stars and create a ball of lightning directly in front of me on the line right here, as I just crack the hook shot back. Get off my gear, you monster! As I just, it's the thing retracts, sending the blood flying into the ball of electricity.
You note that when you try to click it, it seems not to be well, it's coming back, but once the blood hits it, it just locks it. You just know about 30 feet of the cord just dead, sitting there covering the gunk below you.
And does the ball of lightning seem to get rid of any of it?
It does not. It just kind of goes off. But where does it go off? Because you're 10 feet in the air.
Oh, I set the ball of lightning directly in front of me, like pretty much on the line as I was trying to retract it.
So it's going down the line?
Yeah, so it was going down the line as I was trying to pull the line back.
All right, so you don't note the blood having much of an issue. It just goes down the line and just, I don't know, dissipates at the end.
Oh, what, the ball?
Uh-huh.
But it lasts for a minute.
And it just sits at the end. The cord, though, doesn't come back. It's just kind of sitting there, coated in blood.
I guess just kind of looking down at the cord. Sorry, Caspar. As I just kind of continue to whip the ball. I guess I just. I guess kind of my arm outstretched from pushing it, I'll yank it backwards as I just have it just crash into. I'll have it move to right there. to right here, near ground level. So just in between these three. I will need them to make dex saves as I continue to try.
All right. So 2 yay, 1 nay. So that's oops. Laugh. As you note the electricity sparking and kind of shattering, the creatures beneath beneath you just kind of splash into puddles. They all just kind of splash at the same time. You know that everybody just kind of falling down into pools. Whee! However, everyone seems to be coated in a fairly thick blood at this point. But they are, well, free. And for the time being, it seems that the creatures have abandoned you. Bring close.
With the blood dispersing, does it come off of the line?
You don't know that coming off the line, no. The only thing dispersing are the creatures. The actual blood is still kind of coating the arena and your allies. That doesn't seem to be coming off. That said,
And I guess I just I use my movement and just kind of I don't have action or bonus, so I just kind of land next to Yama's. Yeah, I just drop to the ground. And I'll just if attack comes towards him within the range, I can like reasonably throw myself in front of. I'll take a shot for him if I can.
you do. And with that, this brings us to Lucinda's turn. You know, Lucinda just kind of staring around. You just start noting her just standing there. She seems to be looking around slowly for something as she runs off. Over towards Kester and quickly just grabbing rags from her bag and just noting some things. You just notice her just sit down dousing holy water on one of the rags and just kind of wiping down Kester. She just kind of kneels next to him and gets work on trying to figure out how to not keep this, or rather keep this man from dying. With that, she uses some medical techniques to just work her way through cleaning and stabilizing and ensuring that he is prepped, as she just kind of looks around and just stays next to Kester, just waiting for something. She just kind of looks towards you, Bennett. So, I guess I'll clean you off next, but anything to get this guy up? He's the only one with any answers, so yeah, we need to figure out what's going on. And with that, this brings us to Minodoro, who is really annoyed and currently not having a great time. She just kind of looks towards Lucian, I got boosts, and I'm not having. You just see Minotaur lay on the ground, spread out. She seems to not want to do anything at this point. She's just kind of staring. Which brings us to Teak. Teak passes out and dies. It's the funniest thing you've ever seen. Although most of you didn't see it. She just passes out on the ground. That brings us to Jotun. Covered in goo, and yours seems to be more hard-shelled now than anyone else's. You note just barely being able to walk. Your movement has been halved. And rounded down, technically. You can move 15 feet as you just kind of sit there, your body hardening for some reason. What do you do?
Can I try to like crack it, I guess, by like kind of moving my torso?
You do whatever you want. That said, I would suggest taking actions based on information. You may.
I'll kind of like try to flex my like right arm, I guess, and trying to attempt to
You cut off their chief, trying to do who what?
So it's like hardening all over my body, right? So like on my hands too, essentially.
So upper torso only currently. The weight is dragging you down at this point. You noticed when you came to, it was just kind of a hard coating now.
I'll kind of like try to move my arm around, essentially kind of like trying to crack off like the hard bits.
You're flexing, you said?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a strength or athletics. No, technically it's just pure strength. Just a strength check. As you're flexing those biceps through the hardening. They don't flex too well. You just note them not really doing too much. They seem to be fairly stiff. That said, you just kind of feel slow.
I'll attempt again, kind of like rolling my like shoulder. Oh my fucking god.
With that, the weight drags you down. You just kind of doom. Both your fists kind of hit the ground as you kind of drag your body. You have movement left.
How much movement did you say I have? 15?
You do, yeah.
I'll just kind of move out a bit, 15 feet, and then my turn.
And with that, you can hear Jotun just kind of dragging himself over towards you all. At this point, Esmeralda just cleans herself off with the holy water and begins to look around. She seems perplexed on what to do. Quickly just looking over to everyone. She quickly nods. Finally, I can concentrate on this and just get this done. All right. She just kind of presses down on Yamez. Let's cure your wounds, and hopefully, she kind of traces a rune across his forehead. Hopefully, your brain still works, because we need a few more for this one. And with that, Yamez is brought back from the blink of extinction. With Fizzy Mizzy, my nizzy. Your movement should not be 15. It should definitely be 30. Let's just see. And you are... Oops. Bursting with flavor. With that, Esmeralda kind of somewhat exhausted, just kind of slumps down. Oh. And that brings us over to your boy, Kester. Could you roll a d4 for me?
Sure.
Boy, Kester's gonna wake up in 4 hours and feel great. This brings us to Yamez. Just opening your eyes again after what seems like hours. And noting the battlefield as what it is. You hear nothing. It's rightfully quiet outside of Esmeralda's kind of sighing. What do you do?
I think he's still not back.
Okay, that's unfortunate. Yamez is dead again. Unfortunate, but we're gonna have to kill this guy off. Alright, next up brings us to Bennett. Looking around, you note Kester on the ground, and Lucinda just distraught. At this point, everybody seems covered in something except those to the south who are cleaning themselves off. With that being said, you don't listen to quickly adding water to a rag cleaned off Kester, but that doesn't seem to be good enough. As you slowly look around, there doesn't seem to be anything in your way at this point, but well, the fact that you're still there is a bit concerning. What do you do?
So, I guess just kind of looking around. Ugh. Anything? Any trace of her?
You just see Lucinda just shaking her head. No idea. Just not even paying attention at this point. Just trying to figure out how to get Kester up. Got a few questions that I want to ask. Should have asked them before we came, but hey, maybe I'm catching on to your guys, you and your blind faith. It's killer.
It's no problem. It's just going into my bag and kind of taking out a superior healing. Best I got is this, but I'm not sure how it's gonna help when he's unconscious.
You can see Lucinda just looking back and then towards you again. Wouldn't worry. Esmeralda's got the other one up. One of them should be able to get them up. Thanks, though. You're going to want to save those for yourself. Let's be real here. Probably want to ration those off and wait till the last minute to use them. We just need information at this point. Do you know anything about this?
Yes, I remember. It's the Eolia, Cam's kid, got turned when she turned into a corpse. And Besides that, nothing. If I remember right, Wolfram said something about... And as I say that, I'll turn around to this totem behind me. Do I note any of the words on it?
Do you include the what?
Noting what Wolfram had mentioned about like the pillars around having like text on them and it being either infernal or primordial, do I note like any of the words on this one nearby?
Looking at the one behind you,
Yeah.
you note a few words, but you can't make out all of it. From what you can see directly behind you, it seems to correspond with the other pillar, or not pillar, but stone across from it that's been destroyed. It says something about when two halves are whole, um, but there's nothing else. It just says when two halves are whole. You note that in Infernal, the rest doesn't seem to be any language you've ever seen before.
So the first part was in common, the second half I can't translate it.
Nope, the first part was in Infernal.
Okay. So I guess seeing that and kind of turning back. So yeah, those things have words on them. I'll try to figure out what they mean. If it helps, definitely will help us. I guess, like, yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So, standing back up and kind of stowing the potion of superior healing, I'll take out one of the flasks of holy water and just kind of splash it into my face and try to get some of the blood off of me. Just kind of wiping it off.
Okie doke.
I accidentally deleted all the flasks of holy water. That's friggin' okay. With that, I'm just gonna 5, 10. I guess from here I'll just start going to, I guess, I'll start going to the other pillars, seeing what little bits I can make out that are in Infernal. Starting with this one over here.
Okie doke. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. What does it say? It says... Sorry, this is gonna be yeah, it's not very small. Oh well. And this one doesn't say anything in Infernal. You don't note anything,
Okay.
from the rose. This one, I don't remember, I'll do it later. Anyway.
15, 20, and this one?
This one, speaks of the... Ah, my bad. Speaks of one friend who went into the forest. The only other thing you can see after that, it says that, the only thing that was, that left the forest was a head. So one friend went into the forest, one head left. Wait, why am I writing this shit down? You guys write that shit down. What am I doing? God damn it. You'll be
So,
alright.
2 friends went to the forest, 1 head came out.
Yeah, I should just be doing this.
Five, 10, 15, 30. With the rest of my movement, I'll go down to this one. Is there any I can make out?
There's nothing here. What you're technically looking at is just like a wall,
Oh, okay,
and then like
that's
an
it.
obelisk. Yeah, it's just the gateway.
Oh, okay.
So here and here are just gateways. There's nothing there. There doesn't seem to be any text on this one either, or this one. Oh, or any of these, just to so you're not just like looking.
Okay.
Yeah, there's only text which seems to be on the centered 6, except there's only 5 because one's destroyed.
Okay. I guess using all my movement. Just kind of drawing the Crusader's Blade into my hands. Looking over to Lucian. You figure out what works, besides the holy water.
I guess as I'm preparing to douse Minadora and holy water, nothing much. I turn to Lucinda, not Lucinda, Esmeralda. And how exactly would you kill a real vampire?
Well, provided you can hold it down, you'd stake it to the heart, then you'd cut its head off with something nice and silver, or, well, silver doesn't really matter, magical. Something blessed or honed by some type of magical craft. But in truth, that doesn't even work. Because after about 10 days or so, they just appear. In truth, a true vampire must be killed in a certain location. That's the problem with them. Usually wherever they make their roost or wherever their coffin is. Think of it like a lich in the phylactery.
Phylactery.
She just kind of nods. Yeah, same thing. So we just figure out where she nests and kill her there. But for now, the stake can keep her in place long enough for us to discover where she is. Because unless we stop her from moving, she's going to kill us. Just because, I don't know if we can take much more of the onslaught. Potions and all.
So we're on an impromptu scavenger hunt for her resting place, or the coffin, or whatever.
And whatever these words on these pillars are, likely something that'll lead us to it.
You just know her just kind of shaking her head. Either way, it's worth a shot. Then again, maybe Castor has a better idea. Who knows?
That's if he wakes up to tell us.
And the only person that could probably get him on his feet right away are... I see the unconscious Yamas behind me, and I see Tilgrim 30,000 feet in the air.
You know, Esmeralda just kind of nodding her head. I will get them up. They're done all sorts of tricks. That said, it's going to cost you all. I'm tired of being thrown into this all the time. Why was I not warned about whatever the hell this is? I don't remember the briefing when we discussed this.
It's Thought the full group would be enough. Problem is, 2 of us ended up porting back, and the other 2 apparently didn't get the message out. Bennett kind of says this as he looks towards Lucian.
And Lucian just kind of turns away, tipping his hat downwards, kind of blocking his eyes.
Wonderful. We can talk later. Either way, getting him up, I can do that. The rest of you, I guess figure out the statues. I don't speak common all that well, let alone any of these fancy old evil languages.
I can translate the infernal bits. There's some other stuff, but most of that I can translate. Though if Menador is right about it being primordial, then we need someone who can understand that.
Minador is just kind of staring up. I understand primordial. I understand infernal too. That's how come I knew that they were both those things. I just don't understand the other stuff. Judging from those 2, there's at least 4 languages. And my brain got tired, so I'm taking a break. I could do the other 2 over there. But if you already read the infernal parts, I guess I could do the primordial parts. We just need to find out the other 2 languages.
Well, I've only got Elven, Dwarvish, and Common in my pool.
I got Abyssal, Draconic, Elvish, and Infernal.
Oh, yeah, Elvish. Common.
I guess we'll see what we can pull together. Hopefully we can fill in the gaps.
Minador just kind of poking herself. Uh-huh.
So I guess with that said, I'll just kind of raise the Crusader's blade into the air and bring it towards the ground. Just kind of twisting my grip on the handle, I'll try to cast Crusader's Mantle.
Nothing seems to happen.
Come on, gotta be able to do something. Yeah, I guess this thing's only getting a fight. Fine. With that, I'll end my turn.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Well, with that, you could just note the sound of just leaves sweeping as they begin to just kind of swirl. Lucian, the swirling kind of coming to a bit of a head right next to you. Just kind of a sweeping, almost a cyclone of wind picking up and leaves just kind of getting sucked into it. This spinning seems to have almost the leaves cutting the ear in this just whirlwind in front of you, just right above Minadora, as blood begins to splatter into the cyclone slowly. It just begins to contain more and more blood at the point, and you just hear kind of a ghoulish that was fun. A nap. Well then. Which one of you did that? It was no. You note the voice to be somewhat familiar to what you've heard earlier. Yeah, that does that. And this does this. And this does this. And this does this. And then this does this. Oh, that's wrong. That doesn't do that.
My screen just froze. It does that.
Yeah, that is incorrect. That is correct, though.
Alright, and we're back.
Are you okay?
I wish I wasn't back.
Yeah, it's disappointing, I have to say. With that, Iola just burst out through blood. Just kind of the blood swooping up, building her flesh as it slowly hardens. The eye just reappearing and just kind of seeking out Kester. I need to do that at some point. So for now, I'll just make it, I don't know. I'll make it a flame skull. As it just, oh my god, let's turn that flame skull the fuck off. What is this?
My eyes, my eyes.
Turn that
Yo,
down
think you're mad, bro.
considerably. And that just kind of flies over next to Kester and begins staring at him. That said, these leaves begin to just shred Minadora as she just kind of rolls or tries to roll out of it.
Being at this distance, how does Minadora look like? Pretty battered, or does she look like really injured or anything?
Not so much, no. She just seems coated in gunk and really annoyed. And she just manages to kind of roll. Well, I mean, she's in the same place, but she does roll out of the way as the blades just kind of siphon above her, if you will, just kind of hitting her loosely. That is carve horrifically slice. Oh wait, no. Sorry, it's only half the damage. There we go. She just kind of mildly rolls out. You note Eolia just kind of standing there, staring. Now, which she just kind of turns slowly towards Wolfram. Ah, there he is. Yeah, very kind of you. I imagine that you should. Well, she slowly looks around. Oh, never mind. You can see her raise both her arms just kind of up as she kind of bows into the palms of her hands and then kind of raises them slowly towards you, just kind of lifting away and extending her arms. Both fists kind of just clench, snapping shut as she drives them back across her chest, slamming them both into her chest, and just kind of smiling. She just kind of screams, "You've all been pox!" as her blood just boils and bursts. Yeah, and this brings us to your turn.
Yeah, I clicked it down for you last. So.
I need you to give me a... Actually, no, I don't. I'm sorry. Let me go back. I am incorrect here. That was supposed to be on the turn. I need anyone bleeding to make a Constitution saving throw. That would be Wolfram, Jotun, Minadora, and Lucinda. Oh, and Teak, you dumbass.
Is this normal or is that disadvantage?
Role playing goes wrong. Oh, it's just a normal Constitution save.
Okay, thank you. Almost. Sorry. Thank you much. I make it or is
You both failed it.
I'm gonna use my lucky feet and roll that shit again.
Okay. Does Jotun have any way to masquerade the sensation inside?
I'm maybe.
Okay.
I'm inspired in the detonation of fucking die. President.
I have my Indomitable. Might as well use it, I guess.
Does Indomitable? Yeah,
Reroll
okay.
saving throws.
Oh, I
Yeah.
think I hit someone.
Go ahead. Okay, you
Let's
both
go,
need
20.
it. So, oh, your blood does not boil. Let me just. I already rolled. Okay, cool. On the downside, the ladies don't have any sort of functioning for that, so they are not having the best time. And with that, this brings us to Wolfram's turn.
Yeah, now I got some all over it. We'll just like, bada bing, bada boom. Do I roll for damage, or just I assume I'll roll damage, or just assume it's applied? Sure.
No idea what you're doing, bro. You just said
I
bada bing, bada boom.
Wolfen quickly douses himself in holy water as soon as you see her.
Okay, so you're just gonna douse yourself in holy water?
Correct. He has to get the blood off.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to roll anything.
Oh,
Although there's not enough holy water to douse yourselves in, guys. It's a flask. It's enough to douse like your head in. But yeah.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, with that, you clean yourself off as, I don't know, you don't look any cleaner.
Okay, another question. Is she still vibrating, just like with the eye thing?
Is something still vibrating because of the eye thing?
Last time when she was right here, over here, she was like shifting, vibrating, naturally the same ways. Is she still doing that or no?
No, the eye is formed and she's just kind of casually standing over Minadora with leaves kind of just flowing around her, like just kind of spinning blades.
Next question. Does she look any different? She looks the same.
Other than her eye being back in her head, that's it. She just doesn't look like she has an eye missing anymore.
And the razor petals around her. Are you going clockwise or counterclockwise? How do I spin it?
Sorry, the wahua?
Petals. Are they rotating clockwise or counterclockwise, or just like stand still?
They're rotating. I guess they're rotating clockwise.
But is the color different, or is it still a bright red? Color change?
Are what different?
The rose petal, are they still the same red or different shade of red?
Are the petal shades a different shade of red than what?
Right. Than previous.
Than the previous petal shades?
Yeah, the
I'm
last
sorry.
one you mentioned.
No, they're the exact same.
Okay. No color change. Okay. Assume that's it. Action. Okay, fighter attack duck. With that, draw my blade out. Where's that rage state? And like right
there. With that, we're gonna finish this out. So we just have okay. So this brings us to Lucian's turn. You note that Minadora seems to be bleeding profusely suddenly, boils opening on her flesh. You can hear a popping and a sizzling as she begins to make a rather inscrutable sound. I don't want to make the sound, but it's not great.
Yeah, you don't got to. And see the instantaneous escalation of the situation. Lucian's gonna just bite the cork off of a flask of holy water and just kind of like imagine how you take a water bottle and with the top off, you just like swing it around to like spread over an area. Yeah, I'm gonna do that and just spread it all over onto Minodora. Did I come through?
You said you're sprinkling that over Minadora.
Yep.
You know there doesn't seem to be much happening. It seems that she's whatever's coating on her seems to be more resilient. The water doesn't seem to have much of an effect. That said, it does seem to speed up the blistering and popping, as the sound she's now making is worse. You also note her beginning to transform.
And taking note of that, I'll grab Yamez and just back up a good amount. Seeing Minadora beginning to transform. And I'll just I'll just pick up Yamez and bring him to right there.
Did you have an action left? Action.
Oh, dude, am I able to get Yamez over there?
Do you have an action free to do it?
Yes. Isn't using like the holy water a bonus, or is that an action?
No, it's an action.
Oh, well, I do not have an action to do such a thing. Thus, I shall... Yeah, I can't really... I guess realizing my limited amount of time, and I don't have enough time to grab Yamez and beat a retreat, I just kind of... just quickly skip backwards and call out for Esmeralda to I don't have time, grab him before she transforms, as I call it to Esmeralda.
You could just see her looking back, waving her hands and looking towards Minadora.
And with...
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, yeah, well, I was gonna say on my turn, I don't really have a bonus action thing.
All right. Where's this goddamn thing? There it is. Lucinda gets wrecked. Oh man. Her boils will go a popping, and it sucks. In retaliation, she goes. Actually, she can't, so she's just gonna walk back up towards both Lucian and Bennett. You just see Lucinda just one hand clutching a blade, the other hand just against her chest. You could see just blisters formed across her neck, crawling up the side of her face. Yeah, I'm gonna probably die. Before this gets done, but looking back at you, she just nods. Get. Oh. Would suggest keeping Esmeralda safe and, I don't know, locking Kester. She just kind of sits there with her blade. That's going to end her turn and bring us to a rather upset Minadora who also is taking L's. Still on her back rolling. She just goes 5, 10. Yeah, we'll do 15, 20, 25, 30. That'll do it. She just kind of rolls around in pain on the ground, shifting, and this brings us to you, dumbass. Taking L's. From the corpse of Teak, you just hear screaming. Seems the dead Teak is making noises. This brings us to Jotun's turn. Not in excruciating pain, but still covered in a thick, mucousy, hardened casing of blood. Now your full torso and arms, just kind of stopping at your neck. You're just kind of dragging your arms from the weight, just looking at what's going on. What do you do?
I can't click anything. Hold on.
By design, it's not.
I guess kind of realizing that I can't really use my arms at the moment. I'll kind of light a demon bolt from my like foot and then kind of like kick it towards Eolia.
Is that the sound of the kick? With that, the bolt just kind of blazing forth. I don't know. How do you? How does it explode and trap her?
I guess as it comes into contact, it kind of like disperses, and then ooze kind of like forms as the and like kind of what's the word I'm thinking of, like cages around her, like goopy bloody body. I don't
Oh, that's good. Okay, I'm with it. That's it. Give me a sec, because you are correct. At me. Iola has been paralyzed as the goop forms a prison or a cage. Kind of the same blood reaction that your arms are currently stuck in. The cage begins to kind of combine, hardening into the same shell that is hardening around you. You know the Yola is having a terrible time trying to get through that. And with that, do you have anything else?
Unless I can break out of my own crystal. I don't know what you would call it. No.
You didn't make the attempt, but yeah, okay. So that's gonna end the session then. And yeah, you... okay.
Ooh, okay. That
Hey, yo,
paralysis
let's
gives us something to
go,
work
let's
with.
go!
That paralysis
Hey, yo,
gives
man.
us something to
Hey, yo,
work
for
with.
real. Hey, yo, you know, man, you can paralyze via auto crit a melee attack. Let's go. She's the.
I'm about to run in there with this fucking blade. If it wants to listen to me, this is the chance.
Beat her ass.
Oh, believe me, it's #1 on my checklist.
Sadly, I would get a chance if I did. She's like, what? I would both the ship before me.
Hey, yo, hey, what's initiative looking like?
She's like,
Oh,
Wait.
Esmeralda.
I don't know how helping works, but would I be able to run in with Bennett using my turn for a help action?
Help is more of giving advantages to your partner. The best I could do is if you're willing to use your actions together, that's fine. But the movement and the actions would be like, it would depend on what you were doing.
Hey yo, I'm gonna DM you a few things. We can brainstorm.
Alright.
so if I had to go up there. I mean, for those who are able to fight, all run together and just all walk the shower.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, Ezra also needs to like get Kester up so we can get answers.
Yeah, I'll just drag my half torso over there.
I mean, nah, man. Just keep kicking.
Wait.
Clearly,
Oh,
that is the solution.
Hold on. No. Go past, grow your normal legs, grow fucking wings, and start fucking. Oh no, wait. My torso. Never mind.
This dude, nah.
Listen. Yeah, use your legs and grow. Just go stand for your legs.
Nah,
If
bro,
you
listen.
use the Hercules legs to grow wings.
Listen, Janeth, all you have to
Wait.
do, right? All you have to do is just turn the line on Messi, start kicking, alright? Just keep kicking, alright? Every time we meet a new person, kick. We go to a boss fight, kick. We're going to save orphans, kick. Just use your legs. That shit works. It works some wonders.
You'll not
Just
kickboxing. What?
Honestly-
100% level kickboxing.
number kicks.
Honestly, my legs have done more for me than my arms ever have.
Hey, I mean, yeah, true.
Hey, them legs work. That's all I gotta say.
Oh god. Hey, question. Can you pull Piccolo shoot like a baby X or something like that? I don't know.
I understood absolutely not a single thing you said.
Okay, I've seen Dragon Ball Z.
Hmm?
I've seen Dragon Ball Z.
Absolutely not.
Okay, basically, we have this alien dude named Piccolo. So, in one of the episodes, he basically was about to die, right? So, for the last ditch effort, he spit out like an embryo of himself. After a couple of days, he regrew another body. I don't know how we were at, but I was thinking they just like spit another you. They just use that as their new body. I don't know. I'll pull a Denji or something like that.
Wait, you want me to make a clone of myself?
Maybe, I don't know, try.
I don't think I
Try.
can.
Oh, okay.
Who say you can't? Try.
Then I'd have to like go to Strahd or something and be like, hey, can I get a clone?
I mean, again, you have to try. If you make nets, Who knows? I mean, you could try it. Just say, fuck it. Just,
Guy, I'm not
it'll
gonna
possibly
lie,
feel
you
like hot.
you confused the shit out of me for a second until I realized you were talking about Demon King Piccolo.
Yeah, they didn't do it.
That, and he made a son, not a clone.
Hey. Oh, Paul then rip your heart out from the floor, then Google that shit. Okay.
Yoden just spits out a fucking mini-me and he starts getting to work throwing the ones. Right out the womb, throwing hands.
Again.
Okay.
Try.
I'm gonna go throw the garbage out. You guys have a great evening.
I don't know what they are talking about. It's
You
not
guys
a,
have a good
it's
one.
not a thing in this group. What
Hey
are they talking
man,
about?
hey, listen man. I don't know what kind of tactics you guys are going for, but keep
Yeah,
up the good
I
work.
don't know either. I'm not a part of this.
I'm not. No.
Oh, we... Come on now.
Keep up the good work, guys. All right. Good session. You'll be all right.
Hey yo, man, I really thought we were done there for a second. Like everyone just kept failing. They roll.
Yeah, I was a little concerned with the rolls myself. It was those rolls were. I don't know, man. That was rough.
What's it
I
like?
thought.
In Jeremiah's words, since he's not here, those rolls were doo-doo butter.
Fuck those rolls.
You know,
What's it like being like me for a day, guys?
Not even. Shut up.
Yo, imagine.
Bro,
These
we
two
got the
subs in
bad
this
rolls
Hey, yo,
and none
hey,
of
yo,
the
Alex,
muscle.
Alex, yo, check DMs.
Yeah, I read it just now.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
all right, folks. Take care.
I'm going back to playing some Must Dio. All day.
So we go for the.
What time?
So we go for the.
What?
Alright, so it's basically just a fucking triple attack. 3-on-1 in a fucking moment's notice, all hell
Like,
breaking
yeah.
loose.
Like, the idea is Bennett will be the point. Esmeralda will prepare to rush in with us, and then I'll rush in with a pin, wooden stake, and just, like, get her. And then he comes in with the Crusader's Blade, and she swings. And because she's paralyzed and not stunned, melee attacks auto crit if they hit,
Yep.
and we have advantage.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like Ayo, it's time. Like, Esmeralda can just jump over Yamez's body and go to the bottom. I'll get the top, you get the front.
I just realized the fucking damage this thing. It's gonna be 6d8 plus 9 heading her fucking way.
Now, what's the damage usually? Oh yeah, dice get doubled.
Yeah, it's 3d8.
Dang man,
It's
I really
one-
wish I could use the Twilight Nail, but this wooden stake needs to happen.
Yeah, that wooden stake needs to happen.
I mean, hey man, advantage. I still have soup die. It'll work out. It'll work out.
We just go all in, just fucking swinging for the fences.
Hey yo, is anybody else in the vicinity for this? Hey yo, do we have inspirations? I don't know. So give someone like double advantage or something. I don't know if something goes wrong.
I got nothing in my pocket.
I got nothing in my pocket. Yo, Wolfram, you want a piece of this? You were a little far, so I don't know if Mr. J let it pass, but if you can. Guy?
Robin?
Hey yo, I said yo, you want a piece of this combo attack if you can get in range?
I'm moving 40 feet. Or Blitzer.
Nah, I'm talking about whether Mr. J let it happen. Because the idea is we're gonna use our actions on Bennett's turn. So what would happen is Esmeralda would save her action. Kester would stay dead. Yamez would either be here or stay dead. And then when it's Bennett's turn, we all rush in at once. I start with like a wooden stake, and I have advantage and soup die just to get the freaking stake. And then Bennett swings Crusader's Blade, and you and Esmeralda just swing what y'all got.
Yeah, why not? Question: do we get one attack or two attacks?
One. I mean, actually, it's if you're so essentially what's happening here. I think we get two. It's the attack action
I'm
because
pretty sure if you only use action, yeah.
yeah, it would because we're basically using up our turns. So yeah, we would be doing the attack action.
Yeah, I'm done.
But I missed
Yeah,
That's up to Mr. J. But we are like giving up our turns. Like if this doesn't work, if she's standing there, me and you and Lucinda, not Lucinda, Esmeralda, we all just gave up our turns. We don't get a turn for this attack. So I think it makes sense if we use the attack action. Yo, come on. We get the cool combo finisher with the opportunity Jotun created.
See, if we had the spell, or if you took him out of the spell and he was here, or cleric, you use magic circle, and then she can trap in that circle and she can't move
Oh,
or run away.
Also, do you get the gist of the idea I was going with the whole Lucian thing?
The plan with jump
Anyone?
together, or
Nah, the whole not wanting to jump and why.
Yeah, I understand why.
Yeah, it really, really sucks that I couldn't like be there next session. Because that now it just looks weird. It has no like actual build up.
I mean, hey, it's gonna be interesting for roleplay. Tell you that much.
Yeah, you know.
if this push comes to shove and you actually do kill
Also,
somehow,
I mean, eventually we're gonna have a talking character after this. It's like, yo, for the safety of all those in the party, if y'all have information that would not, that shit telling us wouldn't just hurt the party, just tell us, please.
so no more secrets.
I mean, yeah, kind of, sort of. Because essentially, if Kester gets up and then he just drops the whole spiel, then it's like, well, why didn't you tell us? We did. It got so dangerous, and why did you just tell us? I mean, if he doesn't have like a completely justifiable reason, as in like, oh, if I told you my head would explode where the eye was, it's like, yeah. Then it's like, well, what could you do?
Oh, hold on. We know that she ain't a museum. She ain't a museum, man. I don't think it would be that far, man.
I mean, I'm just using an example. If it's a perfectly justifiable reason, it's like, well, yeah, it makes sense. If not, then we gotta have that talk. I mean, I've certainly never had hid anything at all from the party.
Also, can you send me the second volume of the Tome of Strahd? Never got to that.
Oh yeah. God, I'm gonna have to send it in like chunks.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, this thing is freaking long. Tome of Strahd. Edit item. Erase. Ayo, Bennett, I think I lost it.
Bitch, send the damn thing.
If two hands around you, just how we got me.
Welcome to your new reality.
Man, can we just have like a shared Google Doc or something so I don't gotta chunk this up?
Yeah, just send it to me, because I pretty much stored like the entire fucking the first and third tomes in like a fucking OneNote, so I'll just fucking plaster it over there.
Burn my dread. Yo, that's sick. That's sick. Yo, check. Wait a minute. That's a little less sick. Oh my god. Never mind. It's pretty sick. Yo, check. Yeah. Just. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow. That went perfectly. That went perfectly. You can just copy and paste that.
Yeah. So everybody's going. Alright. I guess I'm gonna go. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah. Catch y'all later. And I'm going to sleep all tomorrow with my coveted day off.
Have a good one. Alright, so for everyone watching the stream side of things, that's going to be the end of tonight's stream. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for tuning in while you can. Let's go raid Stone. Right now doing his own, well, not 2K fed. He's playing Heartspace Shipbreaker. So he's one of his variety streams. We're gonna go over, give him a raid. Thank you all for watching. Wednesday there should be another stream, and Thursday is gonna be one of our first little variety days, little break we have from DKW going into the new year, so we can get stuff together and shift everything up. And it's also going to be a bit of, I guess, measuring how my new time is going to be spent, because I have a few classes I'm going to start adding more. Hopefully everything works out and I actually fucking go back to classes full time instead of working part time in classes and everything. At least that's what I'm aiming for. So thank you all for watching once again, and I'll see each one of you beautiful people in the next one. Sayonara.